stars. Look at the sky.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the 49ers superstar wide receiver. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the 49ers and the Buccaneers, and it comes your way next.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014. As you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
What I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
On play action, it's Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that, man?
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Russell Gage, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And so they move it over. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stat shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
The Niners at 7-5 now in the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. On 4th down, Johnson.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers will take over possession here up at the 44.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Brady now to throw.
Quick throw finding Mike Evans. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes.
And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
Johnson's throw pulled in by Kittle.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost push them to the break, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken in at the 22. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Johnson.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 21 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Johnson now throwing on 4th down.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Buccaneers have it.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Ben Mason, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Johnson to throw on 3rd down.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Johnson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice move at midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Brady going to throw.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
To throw, it's Brady.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Succop's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night, you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
Holding offense.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Brady to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Johnson on first down.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Johnson looking to throw on second down.
He finds Kittle going across the field.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Johnson's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Back to throw again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw. Johnson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Niners are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We start with a battle in the NFC. Carolina making the long journey to the state of Washington to take on Seattle. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Keenan Allen, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Matthew Stafford, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. On second down, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at the 34. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. This is caught by Williams.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Firing, and Julio Jones has it on the slant. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number 920 almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000. What a phenomenal achievement if he gets there, and I have no reason to believe he won't.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Brady now to throw. And this is caught by Evans.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Here's second and a yard. Here's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defense.
touchdown! Max Williams, 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady over the middle. It's complete.
And the Bucs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now Brady again. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Bucs extend their lead yet again. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Johnson now on 1st and 10.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
From the 31, Brady, throw right side, complete to Williams. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Brady's throw there complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now Johnson, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for two now while their heads are down.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And quickly they get to the line.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Can you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Brady going to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing to start the drive. Johnson, throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Johnson to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Here's Johnson throwing on first down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll get this to the 22. So they begin the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And the Niners are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sidelines.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now they'll throw with Brady. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
For that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Johnson.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Johnson now on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He's going to have the 49ers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. He finds Kittle going across the field. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 43 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Bucs now. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's
down the numbers. There he goes. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. He's back to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. That's caught, it's McCaffrey again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Back to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. And it's caught at the 10-yard line. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Goal to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he'll get him a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And that's caught by Williams. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on first down. He completes it to Evans. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. To throw is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, it's complete to Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker. And now it's 3rd down. Brady now to throw. The man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brady. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. 30. Past the 20. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the 49ers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's